moving. Okay, so we're going to start our warm out with some in and out feet. So if you're going slow, it's a straddle and then an in, straddle and then an in. So it's wide and narrow. You're welcome to speed that up depending on how you're feeling this morning. Since our bodies all think it's 5, daylight savings just the best. All right, keep it going for a little bit here. We're just getting that body warmed up, making that heart rate rise just a little bit. Okay, 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do a walkout plank. So I'm going to stand, bend over, walk out our hands. And then at the bottom, at the plank, we're going to step forward towards the hands and back. And then we'll do it the other side. That just kind of opens up the hips a little bit. Then we'll walk it back up to the top. Okay? So we'll repeat. Walk out that plank. Walk the foot forward. Step it forward. Walk the hands on back. We'll do 3 more of these. Come down. Walk out the hands. Step forward. And step forward. And just step forward as far as you can. If you can't bring it all the way to those hands, that's fine. You're still going to be stretching and opening those hips. Let's do 1 more here. Step forward, walk it back. Stand that up. We're going to do a squat, touch the floor, squat, overhead reach, touch the floor, and overhead reach. I'm actually reaching a little bit behind my head, stretching out the back a little bit, okay? So squat and reach, squat and reach. Keep it going. 3 more. 2 and 1. Very good. Stand tall. Let's do the in and out feet again. So out, out, in. You can slow it down like a march. You can speed it up like a run. Whatever feels good to you right now. I am pumping my arms here a little bit. Forward and back. Starting to warm up. I am. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Walkout plank with that big step forward. Okay. One side, then the other, then walk it back. Again. Step, step. Three more of these. Walk it back. 2 more. And then give me 1 more. Walk it all the way up. 1 more, we'll walk it out. Step forward. Step forward. Walk it back up to the top. All right, we're going to do that squat. Touch the floor and reach up. I'm going to take off my long sleeve shirt. I have already warmed up. So squat, touch the floor, squat, reach overhead. And reach. And reach. Let's do 4 more here. Two, and 1. All right, stand up. Just give me a march or a jog. Take the arms across your chest. Open wide and then across the chest. Wide and across. Keep it going. Today we're going to try and do some muscles that either A, support the work you did yesterday or still have to do with your shoveling. Let's circle those arms. Or they're working opposite of what you hopefully were doing as you shoveled. Well, like I said, if you have another pass today, which we do, reverse it, take it the other direction. By the end of our hour together, 55 minutes really, you'll be all ready to get back out there and do that final shoveling. All right, shake it out. Very good. So our first move today is going to be a squat. We're going to be doing a goblet squat. I'm going to grab a dumbbell to add a little weight to my legs. You're also welcome to do this body weight. So I'm going to be grabbing a dumbbell. I'm going to be holding it at chest. I like to palm my weight, and then hold it right here. You're also welcome to turn it this way if you prefer, or do this with no weights at all. The toes are turned ever so slightly out. They're not all the way out like we're doing a plie or a sumo, but turn slightly out. We squat and the elbows come towards the thighs. Stand up and squeeze the glutes at the top, okay? All right, here we go for 10. Remember to squeeze the glutes at the top. And you just need to go down as far as you can. If taking your elbows all the way down to those knees is unrealistic for you, don't worry about it. Just do what you can. We're over halfway. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So next, we're going to be coming to the floor. We're going to be doing a 2-part move. We're going to be doing Renegade Rows. So Renegade Rows, we're holding a plank. We're rowing one arm at a time. This can be done from the knees. It can be done from the toes. I'm going to be doing mine from the toes. So I come, I grab my 2 weights I'm going to use, and I'm going to set up my plank. So if you are doing this on your knees, make sure that the knees come back. You're leaning forward, you're engaging the abs, okay? You can also do this from the toes, which is where I'm going to go. And take my feet a little wide, give myself a good base, and really dig into the floor with those toes, okay? So we'll row one side and then the other. Again, really digging into the floor with the toes. Keep you stabilized. So one side, then the other. We do 10 each arm if you can. As always, listen to your body. If it needs to do a little less, always do a little less. That 7, Noel? What's this?
6.
Okay. He's here to keep me honest today. 2 more each side. And 1 more each side. Next. That's a really good move. Does core strength, upper body strength. All right. So next, I'm going to show you the next move, and you can decide if you want to bring weights along for it or working the legs. And what we're going to do is a Bulgarian split squat, or you can just do a split leg lunge. So a split leg lunge, you're right here, going down and up. But if you want to take it up a notch, I'm going to use my sofa. You can also use a chair or any elevated surface. And what you're going to do is you're going to take that back foot up, okay? Step forward a little bit so that you can make that good lunge right here, and that back knee kind of swings back towards your elevated surface, okay? If you want, you can bring weights with you. Hold it like you did the goblet squat, or you can suitcase carry them and hold them at your sides, okay? If you'd like to add that extra weight, all right? So if you're elevating that back foot, bring it on up. We're going to go down and up, down and up. Keep it going. This is 5. Just a few more. Maybe 1 more. Excellent. Let me have to do that other side. So if you're doing lunges, just switch the lead foot. And of course, if you're doing the Bulgarians, you also switch that lead foot. You want that front foot nice and far forward so that the knee stays behind the toe, okay? For 10, here we go. Stand nice and tall. Halfway. Two more. All right, stand up, shake that up. So then we're going to do some wood chops. With this wood chop, sometimes we focus the energy both down and up. Their energy is going to be focused down. It's going to be the opposite if you're shoveling snow, okay? So we're going to grab one dumbbell. We're going to take these feet nice and wide apart. We're going to take that arm up, and just like you're cutting wood, and you're going to, drop that axe. I'm going to bring it around, okay? So 2 options. I rotated and pivoted a little bit as kind of a lunge. You also can just take it up high, hip, and rotate, okay? And not take it all the way down to the floor. Well, I can take it all the way down to the floor, but down to the knee. And then we'll kind of pause, take it back up to the top, okay? But we're just extending the arms up at the top and not swinging it back up, okay? So just working on that one direction. Take it up to the top, swing it, pause, come back and reset, okay? Really working on that downward motion. Keep it going. Make sure you don't hit your knees. And 2 more. And 1. All right. Then we'll do the other side. So same deal. Bring it up high, drop it towards the knee, pause, bring it back up to the top. Make sure you're breathing. You're using that core. Keep it going. Any more, Noel?
For me.
All right. You're done. You're going to put that weight to the side. No weights needed for this next move. We're going to be doing some prison jacks. So prison jacks, the reference is that we bring our hands behind our head, and then prison squats, our squat with the hands behind the head. So we're going to come to a slight bend in those knees and jack the feet out and in. Now, if you're not feeling like jumping, you can step it out and in, right here like this, okay? Or if you want to just knock out those jumping jacks, you can jump the feet out and in for 10. Okay, so hands behind the head, slight bend in those knees. Jump or step those feet out and in. Keep it going. Got 3 more. And 1. All right. Then we're going to be coming down to the floor. We're going to be doing a bridge. Bridge is really good for strengthening as well as stretching the back and, of course, the glutes. And we're going to be doing an overhead hold, so that will give it an overhead stretch, would be more accurate. Give it a nice little stretch there as well. So I come down to the floor and bring my hands overhead and lay down, and then just reach, okay? And then with the feet, legs are bent, feet are on the floor. We'll lift up and squeeze and lower for 10, okay? Lift, squeeze, lower, lift, squeeze, lower. Keep it going. Keep reaching those arms overhead. 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. All right, we're going to stay down. We're going to do some Russian twists next. So I'm going to grab a dumbbell. You can also do this body weight. With that Russian twist, we're coming to either a modified boat pose or a boat pose. We're going to lean back. If you'd like, you can lift the feet. We're going to rotate side to side. So you can do it like that with no weight, or you can add one like I am going to. All right, so come center, sit nice and tall. We'll lean back till you feel those abs engage. If you'd like, raise the feet. twist, and twist. Keep it going. You're halfway. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Sit up. Weight goes to the side. So our final move in the circuit is going to be a walkout burpee. We're not doing this for speed. We're slowing it down. So for the walkout burpee, we stand tall. We're going to bend over, bend the knees, bring the hands to the floor, step it out, out. Here we're going to go push up. You can drop to those knees if you need to. Do the push up. Then we're going to walk those feet in, stand it up. Okay? You also could use an elevated surface to make it a little easier. You don't have to go down as far. Push up a little easier. Okay? Do what you can. 10 of these. Okay? Here we go. So down, out, out, push up, and feet in, stand it up, and repeat. Try and do 10. Keep breathing, keep moving. Halfway there. Sometimes when we slow things down, it actually becomes harder. You get to focus more on form. We spend more time doing it. But it's really good for us too. Slow it down sometimes. I've got 2 more. Just working the body in a different way. All right. Whew. Once you're done with those, grab a drink. If there's anything that needs to be shaken out, stretched out, address that. Keep those feet moving. Take some nice deep breaths. And we'll start at the top. You know the exercises now, so you can modify them as needed. Feel free to take your time too. All right. A couple more deep breaths. So we'll start off with that goblet squat. When we do body weight, it can be done with weight. I'm going to grab a weight, hold it at chest. Okay. I'm going to turn slightly to the side for them this time. Toes are slightly turned out. Okay. So we go down. We squeeze the glutes at the top for 10. Okay. Down, squeeze. Make sure that you're still kind of sitting in that chair, pushing the hips back. We're going. Halfway. Three more. 2 and 1. All right. Then we'll do our Renegade Rows. Okay. So we'll grab set of dumbbells. We're going to come down to that plank. And on the knees or the toes. Row one arm and then the other. The goal is 10. If you have to do less, if you have to do 9 or 8, remember 8 is still great. Okay. Do what you can. Come to that plank. Get those toes in if you're on the toes. Then row and row. You want to still try and keep a nice plank. Okay. So check yourself every once in a while. It's the core activated. Your butt hiking up. Your butt's hiking up. Try and bring it down. Keep it going. I think I've got 2 more sets. When you're done, you come to those knees. Take a deep breath. Circle the wrists. and then put your weights to the side. Next step is either the split lunge or the Bulgarian squats. You are welcome to bring the weights with you if you want to make it a little more difficult, or bring one weight with you if you'd like to make it more difficult. I'm going to bring one with me. You take that big step forward, lift that foot up, okay? To get further hop as we need to. Find your balance. Let's go down and up for 10. Keep it going. Two more. One more. Switch. Do the other side. Once you've got yourself balanced, stabilized, ready to go, go down and up. Keep that chest raised. You can also use something shorter, like a stair, or again, do that split lunge, just standing on the floor. Two more, and one more. Nice. The lunge chops are next. So we're taking it up, cutting the wood, okay? Remember, you can do a smaller rotation, bring it to the hips instead. Feet are wide. Bring that weight up. Bring it down, stop it, bring it back up. Keep it going. I'm halfway there. Got two more. Last one. All right. Then we do the other side. It's the same deal. Feet are wide. Bring that weight up. Bring it down, pause, and then carefully take it back up to the top. Resetting every time. Or more. Two more. Last one. Nice. Prison jacks are next. No weights. Needed for that one. We'll bring the hands behind the head. We'll jack the feet out and in. Remember, you can also do fast feet out and in if you don't want to jump. Hands behind the head. Come down into that partial squat. Jump out and in. Keep it going. 3, 2, and 1. All right, coming to the floor. I'm going to do that overhead reach, overhead stretch with the bridge. So laying down, arms come overhead, stretching. Let's lift up, squeeze the glutes, and lower for 10. Here we go. Keep elongating those arms. 4 more. 2 and 1. Very good. Then we have the Russian twist. You can use weights for that or not. I'm going to grab a dumbbell. So no matter what option you're doing, we're going to sit nice and tall. We're going to lean back till we feel the abs engage. You want lift the feet, twist, side to side. Keep it going. Four more. 2 and 1. Very good. Then we have our walkout burpee, okay? Nice and slow, those 10 push-ups on the knees or on the toes. Remember, you can elevate it with the couch, make it a little easier, okay? All right, so crouch down, step it out, give me a push-up, then bring it in, or up. Repeat. Keep going. Halfway. Remember, if you need to do less, always an option. About 3 more. One more. Nice. Grab a drink. Tell yourself off. We'll go through those exercises 2 more times. But right now, you're catching your breath, getting a sip of water, telling yourself off if that's something that needs to be done, keeping those feet moving, and you're going to take some nice, deep, cleansing breaths. That's right. I'm going to see who ended up joining us here. So impressed, everybody. There's so many of you, even though it's daylight savings and basically a snow day for so many people. Good to have you here. And it was nice for me to just roll out of my bed and come down to my basement instead of being in the gym today. All right. So we're going to be doing goblet squats at the top, okay? If you want to grab that weight, hold it at your chest. You absolutely can. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a weight. I'm going to hold it at my chest. I'm going to turn my toes slightly out. And I'm going to squat so my knees are going towards my elbows, okay? Here we go. Down. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Sit back in that imaginary chair. Halfway, over halfway. 3 more. 2 and 1. Nice. Renegade rows are up next, okay? You can do this from the knees, you can do this from the toes. I'm going to do 10. If you need to do less, you absolutely can, okay? So come to that plank either on the knees or on the toes. I'm going to take my feet wide, really dig my toes into the floor, okay? Here we go. We row and we row. One side and then the other. Doing our best to minimize the movement of the body. We're really focusing on that plank too. It's like full body awareness here. It's like such a good exercise. Got 3 more sets. One more set. When you're done, come to those knees. Take a deep breath or 2. Our Bulgarian squats or our split feet lunge is next. Okay? If you want to bring a weight or even weights with you, you absolutely can. If you're doing the Bulgarian, you're going to bring that back foot up. Find your balance. We're going to go down and up for 10, okay? Down and up. Keep it going. Got 5 more. 2 more. And 1. Nice. Bring that other foot forward. Either split the feet or elevate that back one. Remember, the back knee is swinging back towards the couch, the table, the step, whatever you're on. Keep it going. Chest are raised. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. When you're done with those, we're going to do those chops. Okay. Bring the weight up, swing it either to hip, around to knee. Okay. And then resetting at the top. Okay. We're not swinging it back up. All right. Feet are nice and wide. Bring that weight up. Drop it, stop it, reset. Got a little bit of power in that move. The work comes with the stopping of the weight. Keep it going. Halfway. Give me one more. All right. We'll do that other side. So bring it up. You're going to drop it, stop it. Here we go. Take it back up to the top. Reset. Halfway. Two more. All right. Nice job. Weights go to the side. Hits and jacks. Remember, you can step wide, wide, in, so you don't want to jump. Hands come behind the head. Come into that partial squat. Let's go. Out and in. Halfway. 3, 2, and 1. Bridge with that overhead stretch. Okay? Come to the floor. Raise the arms. Knees are bent, feet are on the ground. Lift, squeeze the glutes, and lower. Repeat for 10. Keep it going. Halfway. Wait, 3 more. 2. And 1. Very good. Russian twist is next, okay? I'm going to grab a weight. Weights are optional. Whether you have a weight or not, we're going to sit tall. Lean back to it for those abs engaged. If you'd like, you can lift the feet. Twist side and side. You feel a big pull on your hips. Bring those feet back down. And keep working to strengthen those abs. Halfway. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Weight goes to the side. All right. Final exercise of the circuit is that walkout burpee. Okay, remember the goal is 10. If you need to drop it down to 8 or 9, that is fine. 9 is fine, 8 is great. Sorry. All right, so we're going to walk it out. Crouch down, step it out, out. You drop to the knees for the push-up if you need to. Step it in, reach. Get a break after this. Sip of water, some deep breaths. Halfway. Think about your form. When you're done, you can grab that sip of water. Got my Final one. Grab that sip of water. Keep the feet moving. Take some nice deep breaths. If there's anything that needs to be shaken out, now's a good time to do that. Then we have one final time through. Every time you do an exercise, tell yourself this is the last time, okay? Then we get to stretch out. So we'll start at the top with those goblet squats, okay? Weights are optional. I'm going to hold one right here at my chest. I'm going to go ahead and grab my weight over me at my chest. Toes are turned out ever so slightly, okay? Here we go. Sink into the squat. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Keep it going. The weight is in our heels. As you go down, you can see that I can even lift my toes up off the floor, okay? So we're sitting back, weight in the heels. 3 more. 2. And 1. Renegade Rows next. From the knees, from the toes, you can even elevate it. Bring those weights up on a couch, on a table, if you feel okay about putting your weights on the table. So plank, knees or toes. Really ground yourself with the knees or the toes, and then roll one side and then the other. Focusing on that plank as you go, trying to have good form, even though you're switching your weight one side to the other. Way. Got 3 more. One more. Nice. Next up, we have the split squat or the lunge. Okay, if you'd like, you can bring weights with you. You don't have to do this heavy weight. If you're elevating that back foot, get that back foot up, square the hips, find your balance. Struggling on round 4. Here we go. Down and up. Keep it going. Halfway. Two more. And one more. Nice. Remember, last time on every exercise. When you're ready, you're going to lift up that back foot, square those hips, go down and up. Halfway. Two more. And one more. Nice. All right. Our chops are next. Grabbing one weight, bringing it up, swinging it down, stopping it, resetting at the top. Final time. Feet are wide. Take that arm up to the diagonal, chop it, stop it, and back up. Halfway. Two more. Last one. All right. We'll do the other side. Feet are still wide. Arm comes up. Drop it, stop it. Back up. Halfway. Two more. One final one. Nice. Weights go to the side. Prison jacks. Okay. Hands are coming behind the head. Coming into a partial squat. Jumping those feet, and we're stepping out in. Here we go. Three more. Two and one. Nice. Coming to the floor. Overhead and reach with the arms. Bridge. Lay down. Push those arms overhead. Knees are bent. Feet are on the floor. Let's lift and squeeze and lower. Keep it going. Four more. Three, two, and one. Very good. All right. Russian twist is next. Weights are optional for this one. I'm going to grab a dumbbell. We should have two more exercises. Then we get to stretch. I'm going to hold that dumbbell here. Sit nice and tall, but then lean back and lift those feet if you'd like. Keep it going. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. We finished with everybody's favorite, the walkout burpee. Remember, the goal is 10. If you need to make it 8 or 9, that is fine. So stand it up. We're going to crouch, bring hands towards the floor, step it out, out, push up, step it in, reach overhead. You're also welcome to speed it up, knock them out. I'm going to keep mine slow and controlled. Remember, you can drop to the knees for those push-ups and elevate the whole thing. Another way to modify it. Got 3 more. I've got 1 more. Finish yours off. When you're done, grab a sip of water. When you're ready, join me for a little step touch with a gentle arm sway side to side. Chances are your heart rate is pretty high. Even though we weren't doing that for speed, it's still a total body, head to toe, get that heart pumping exercise. All right. Okay, so I'm going to turn my body, shift it. So I'm going to come heel and toe, okay? I'm going to reach and pull, reach and pull. One more. All right, I'm going to hold, take that back foot, press the heel towards the floor, front knee is bent, and leaning ever so slightly forward into it. Once you have your balance, I'm going to bring an arm across the chest. And if you'd like, you can also add a wrist circle right here. I'm going to circle my wrist the other way. All right, we're going to release the arm, but keep the legs where they're at. This arm comes up, elbow bends. We grab that elbow and gently pull. and release. Okay, we're going to stand up a little bit. I'm going to take this front heel and come to the heel. I'm going to hinge forward, hands right here on my thighs, and just lean forward. I should still stretch the back of the leg. If you have the flexibility, you are welcome to grab for that toe. You're also welcome to stay right here, okay? Whichever feels best to your body. Just breathe into the stretch. A couple more breaths. Stand it up. Okay, so now we'll turn over to this other side. We're going to reach, back toe, pull, front heel, okay? Reach and pull. Reach and pull. A couple more. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Take a big step back with that back foot. Rest the heel. Front knee is bent. We're leaning ever so slightly forward. Our tailbone is tucked, but so is our pelvis. Arm comes across. If you want, you can add that little wrist circle over here. Circle it the other way. All right, we're going to release the arm, but keep the legs. The elbow's going to come up towards the ceiling. Grab that elbow and gently pull. Couple deep breaths. And release. Okay, so we're going to stand tall. Pop this front foot out. Heel. Hinge at the hips. Hands come to the thighs. You can be right here, or you can reach for that toe. Whatever feels best to you today. A nice, good stretching here this morning. Breathe. All right, we're going to stand it up. We're going to do a quad stretch. If you need to grab onto a wall, chair, couch for balance, you can. Come to one foot. Grab the other foot with your hand. I'm going to bring an arm up just to kind of give myself some balance here. And hold. Want that knee under the hip as best you can. There you go. All right, we're going to release and do the other side. So come to that other foot. Bring that foot up, grab it. I'm going to bring my other arm up for balance. We're reaching and lengthening. Pulling that heel up towards my glute. Try and keep my knee under my hip. All right, let's release. We're going to have a seat on the floor. Extend those legs up, bend the knee, cross it over, hug that knee towards our chest. We're going to take that other hand behind us and look over the shoulder with a little spinal twist here. Keep breathing, nice, deep, soothing breaths. Hopefully your heart rate has come down significantly by this point. Then come back to center, we'll do the other side. So we cross that other knee over, hug it towards the chest, other arm comes behind. Look over that shoulder with a nice spinal twist. Remember, you're sitting nice and tall. And come back to center. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together in butterfly. We'll sit tall and we'll hinge forward, okay? Just hinging forward as much as feels good. When I was younger, I could touch my head down to my feet. Hips are a little tighter now that I'm older, which is fine. Do what your body needs to do today. Honor that. Just feel yourself starting to calm down. Really enjoy the stretch. And we'll sit tall. We're going to take one leg out to the side. We keep this knee bent here. We're going to reach across and down. Okay. Again, reaching just where you can. If knees are where it's at, toes are where it's at, if you need to grab a towel or a strap, you can take it around that foot. Just make sure it's closer to the heel. Otherwise, you're giving yourself a calf stretch instead of a hamstring stretch. And then set it up. Let's take it to the other side. Leg extends out. This one is bent here in front. Reach across and down. Feeling that nice, gentle stretch. If it's not gentle, if you feel like your body's going to like tear in half, bring it back a little bit. Stretching should feel mostly pleasant. And I made Noel so tired that he's not even giving me dirty looks about that. All right, we're going to lay down on our back. Okay, so roll yourself on down. We're going to take one leg down to the floor. We're going to bend that other knee, hugging it towards our chest. Hold here for a breath or two. And then we're going to take that opposite hand, grab that knee, and gently pull it across the body. The other arm lays out to the side. Bring this knee back to center. Take this leg down to the ground. Bring that other knee up towards the chest. We'll hold it here for a couple breaths. We'll take that opposite hand, grab the knee, gently pull it across the body. Other arm lays out to the side. We're going to bring this knee back to center. We're going to bend both the knees, but we're going to take the feet to the floor. I'm going to keep my arms, both of them out to the side like I'm making a T. And then I'm just going to rotate, drop the knees to one side, come back to center. This is nice and slow, and drop the knees to the other side. If you want to pause at any point, with the knees on the floor, feel free to do so. Otherwise, continue to slowly move one side to the other. One more, side to side. All right. I'm going to bring both my knees to center. We're going to do figure four. I'm going to cross ankle over thigh, thread the hands through, grab that bottom leg, and gently pull. Couple deep breaths here. Let's release and switch. I'm going to do a couple deep breaths on this side. And we'll release. All right, we're going to sit ourselves up. We're going to quickly do a back stretch, and then we'll take a deep breath together. So I'm going to be seated, hands on my thighs. I'm going to round forward, And you're gonna lift the chest up. This is a seated cat-cow. Arms forward, lift the chest up. Chances are you worked your back hard if you were shoveling snow yesterday. Hopefully you protected it if you were smart about how you shoveled. Give me one more. All right, let's do a deep breath together. We're gonna inhale, arms up, exhale them down. Here we go, inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Perfect. Thanks for joining me here this morning. I'm so happy that you guys woke up and joined me. So